Hello everyone, something huge is chugging along your way. Trains and their massive size make mistakes a lot more eventful, so steer clear of the tracks while you watch this video. An old train in Houston blew up and caught fire. Thankfully, firefighters pulled up just in time. The reason emergency phones exist at all crossings is to call the operator so that this doesn't happen. Some maniac left the bike on the tracks, and here's the result. One might think that flooding would be a good reason to halt train operations, but that's not the case. Another reminder to quit using AirPods around a train track. A locomotive engineer mentioned this happens more than you think. They're just lucky it wasn't the lead engine. A locomotive engineer failed to switch tracks on the historic Strasburg Railroad in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Putting a tram back on track is no joke. Trucker insurance costs more than $1,200 these days, and for a good reason. On the morning of January 20th, shocked drivers watched as several tank cars went off the rails and rolled onto a busy intersection.
Oh great, now I got stay in my car.
Damaging the road and vehicles. Fortunately, the propane tanks were empty, so the dangerous situation didn't escalate into a catastrophe. According to a spokesperson for the transport company, the derailment was due to soft, saturated soil that compromised the stability of the tracks.
It's on too fast.
The second half of this freight train has somewhere else to be. The person recording this said the flames from the derailment were so massive it felt like putting their face right next to a bonfire. In 2010, a train derailment occurred right in the heart of New Orleans, Louisiana, captured by numerous eyewitness cameras. The Canadian National Railway train was en route to the station in Materai when 6 of its cars suddenly went off the tracks, with 4 of them tipping over. Fortunately, no one was injured in the incident. One of the main concerns during such accidents is the presence of hazardous or flammable cargo. However, in this case, the train was carrying grain.
I said one wheel was off the track.
The perfect example of modern rescue. 1800s technology fixing 2020 stupidity. If I were this cameraman, I'd be recording from a much safer distance. During the rainy season, Indian trains turn into water transport. Coming in hot at 79 miles per hour, Amtrak 19, and 1 driver with a death wish and a learner's permit. Somebody better call the pilot. I think he forgot something.
Oh, dude.
In just one night of intense frost, a thick crust of snow and ice built up on the locomotive. For engineers, the top rule in such extreme cold is to keep the engine running at all costs. Next up, British trains attempt surfing, with zero enthusiasm and even less waterproofing. What was it our parents always told us? To look both ways when crossing the street. Well, the same goes for railways. There was a short circuit at a station in India, where electric wires for trains can carry up to 272,000 volts. Even standing just a few meters away from these lines could result in burns, but thankfully no one came close. When your train decides it's done with rails and wants to freestyle. Thankfully, no one was hurt. And here we have the rare sight of a train trying to moonwalk its way out of its assignment. Yes, to explore outside the comforts of your tracks. The Ganton Express is India's first high-speed train, but folks still treat it like the regular ones. Enough. This is how the city authorities finally realized it's time to repair the tram tracks. Careless parking near railway tracks can lead to fatal consequences. And here is the proof.
Aquí Notisistema informando. Hasta aquí mi reporte, Joaquín. Dice el tren que le vale ver.
When your train's so cold, it has to breathe fire just to stay warm. An old train or a hookah machine. You decide. Here's life as a tram driver in one of the most densely populated cities on Earth. Well, there go today's deliveries.
Oh my God, he is going to get there. How are you not just going? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania saw its biggest train accident in years when 7 freight cars derailed within the city. The situation was complicated by the fact that the train was crossing over an automotive tunnel, causing the cars to roll off and drop from above. Fortunately, the cars were only carrying dog food and mouthwash, not hazardous materials. Investigators found that the engineer had done nothing wrong, operating the train within the permitted 30 km/h speed limit. The cause of the accident was ultimately determined to be a broken or cracked rail. The transportation company estimated the damages from the incident at around $800,000. Seeing a collision through the eyes of a train engineer.